The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street, by the Women's Health Center on Cherry and Broad Street in downtown Jesup, and by the Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
Well, you got your Georgia stuff on anyway. We're in mourning this morning after a very, very close loss to Alabama.
He doesn't look too happy over there, does
No,
he?
of course he doesn't look happy. None of us dog fans are happy. You know, if there's one thing, if you go in there and you get blown out. You know, Alabama's beating everyone by way more than double digits. I think about 20 points or somewhere like that, wasn't it, Bob?
I had a 14-point lead.
Okay. No, I know we had a 14-point lead, but we played Alabama better than anybody else, and we had a 14-point lead at one time, 21-7. And just like last year's national championship game, we lose it toward the end and lose by a touchdown. And Oklahoma wins their conference, and so they moved them up.
I think that he's going to need a few days to recover from this. He looks very gloom.
Well, we won't be in the national championship game, but we still get to go to New Orleans and be in the Sugar Bowl and take on Texas, and kind of a rematch of what? 1980, that was 80, 81, 82, somewhere along there. Later, yeah, it was 83. It was the last year. It was 83. It was the year after. It was the year after.
It was after the 3 years of Sugar Bowl. It was John Lastinger's.
It was John Lastinger. It was the year after Herschel Walker left, and we beat Texas out there, 10-7 or something like that. So it was about 83 somewhere last time that we played Texas for a big bowl game. So you got your tickets already, Bob? You ready to head to New Orleans? It's your second home
Still
to
trying
town.
to get over the weekend for it. I'm so frustrated. What was he doing on the fake punt? My goodness.
Well, you know, we always say that. Coaches sometimes outcoach. If he had gotten the first down, everybody would say that he was a hero. He took chances. But it didn't happen, so now they're... You know, that's just the way it is when you're a coach. If you call it in the trick play,
calls in history of college football.
One of the dumbest calls. Well, if you'd have gotten the first down, then it'd been one of the best, guttiest calls ever.
4th and 11. It wasn't 4th and 2, 4th and 3, and plus Justin Field. Oh, by the way, it might be a fake. Alabama doesn't even put their defense on there. They didn't even put their punt return team on. They knew it was a fake. Everybody knew it was fake. Why did they not call a timeout, punt the ball, make them go 90 yards, 80 yards? Yeah. Overtime. I mean, it's just dumb. He's getting crushed by everybody. And why he keeps defending, I don't understand. Just say you've screwed up.
Yeah, well, that's what Vince Dooley did at the end of the Pittsburgh game. Would you call that again? No, I wouldn't have blitzed. I would have covered. You know, at least Vince said I messed up.
Undefendable. You know, I don't know why. I don't know what they're trying to do.
Well, don't blame the whole season on one play.
I'm blaming that game on.
Oh, he's very upset about that play.
That was the dumbest call I think I've seen in a long time. That was just
Coach
fourth and that'll go down as 4th and dumb in the history of the world.
4th and dumb.
It was dumb.
Yeah, not 4th and 11, but 4th and dumb.
It was just idiotic. Dumb.
Mm-hmm. So you think the entire game was based on that one play?
That cost us the game.
That cost us the game.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay.
That was a dumb call. You punt the ball. You make Jalen Hurts, who hasn't played all year long, drive 90 yards to beat you.
Right.
If he does, you just tip your cap.
Yeah.
But you're going to overtime because there's less than 2 minutes to go in the game.
Right.
You don't give him the ball at midfield.
Okay.
And read any article and anybody who's covered the Dogs and go to Dog Nation and watch people who followed football longer than I have, and everybody in the world in Jacksonville who's been covering football for eons said it was the dumbest thing they've ever seen in their life. Explain it. Well, I said, I can't explain it. And I wish they'd just quit defending it. Just say we screwed up.
Yeah, we messed up. Yeah, wouldn't do that again. Nope.
I mean, everybody knew when Justin Fields was out there, he's never been in a punt formation the whole year. You don't think Nick said, oh, Justin Fields. Everybody in Georgia knew. Everybody watching the game. Hey, looks like a fake to us. I mean, why not just telegraph it?
Yeah,
4th and 11. I mean,
they didn't run around the electronic banner along the side of the stadium. Fake punt coming, fake punt coming.
It's just a sad way for the season. I mean, just
It hasn't, and we still can go beat Texas.
whoop-de-doo. Who cares? That's the third time we played Alabama. Third time we should have won the ball.
We should have won the ball game.
We had the better team. I played them. I mean, you look at the statistics in that game. We outplayed Alabama the whole ball game. Why Rodrigo missed the field goal, that cost us big time, too.
It did, too. Yep.
Put us up by 3 scores. I mean, but just the fake punt is just inexcusable.
And you wouldn't think a defensive coach like Kirby Smart would do something like that. I don't know if it was the offensive coordinator decided to do that, and Kirby said, well, whatever you think, Joe. You know, because usually defensive coordinators who then become head coaches don't take risks like that. They say, all right, we're going to put our defense out there, and you're going to have to beat it. You know, we're going to make you run 80, 90 yards.
It wasn't just a fake punt. It was the way they used I mean, Jake Fromm's playing the game of his life. Why he's even taken off the field at all was beyond me.
Yeah, he had a great,
I mean, they kept putting Fields out there on first down, and everybody knows he's running the ball. He's not throwing the ball. And he gets sacked for 2 yards, lost. It's 2nd and 12, and Fromm has to come back out there. So I don't know what they're doing with Fields. I don't care if he transferred. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if he's trying to appease him, trying to, stroke his ego. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know what's going on with him after the season. It'll be interesting to see what he does at the end of the season.
Okay.
He went to the wrong place if he thinks he's going to play quarterback, because Jake Fromm's playing quarterback.
Yeah. Someone just said, can you believe that Fromm was not named player of the game? Wow.
They don't normally name player of the games on losing teams.
No, they don't.
Jalen Hurst was player of the game. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking getting to the running. I mean, Jalen Hurst came in and saved the game. And it's a storybook. You got to feel happy for this kid. Kid gets benched last year national championship game, has to decide if he's going to stay at Alabama. Everybody told him to leave. He stays and, suffers through it. And then all of a sudden he turns into the hero. And now he's a
hero.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a hero.
And I'm happy for that kid. I mean, listen to his interview after the ball game talking about how he was benched last year national championship game. Everybody's celebrating, but he's in the motel room with his parents crying in their arms, just, trying to decide what he's going to do.
Right.
But he stayed and graduated. Kid graduated in 2.5 years in college. That says something about him. How many kids go to college for 2.5 years and graduate? Most take 5 years, still don't graduate.
Still don't graduate.
So it tells you the quality of the kid that is. So happy for that kid. But
the guy had lost 2 games in 2 seasons, and he gets benched.
Right.
But if they had to bench him, that more than likely Georgia would have won that game, though, last year.
Right. Well, but I'm just saying, it was just a storybook ending for him.
Right.
So,
Way to end your but still, they've got, more than likely, most people think they've got 2 more games left.
But he was the guy that won the game. I mean, it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 12. I mean, that's another thing that was disappointing. Georgia's defense couldn't make one stop in the 4th quarter, but couldn't get anything going offensively. We talk about Chaney, the offense coordinator, again.
Right.
It's 3rd and 3, it's 3rd and 5, it's 3rd and 7. We can't convert any of them. Why?
I don't know, Bob. I don't know.
Just frustrating.
Yeah, it's very frustrating when you got a game that you could have won, you should have won, and you don't win. It's one thing about getting blown out. If we could have been, blown out by 21 points, it's, well, it's just better than we are. But when you're better than the other team and you make mistakes that cost you the game, that is what hurts. But that's not what we're here to talk about this morning right now, at least this part of the show, but we did anyway. We do have a guest in here this morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right, we got Bridget in this morning from Hospice of South Georgia. And Bridget, how are you doing? Doing good?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a great morning to come on because we are very upset about this football
Bob
game.
is very upset, just down and
It'll take
depressed.
me at least a week to get over
I'm
it.
telling you, if we could just take we should take a picture of him and put it on the social media. He just looks so sad.
Did you go to Jacksonville yesterday?
I went to
You went to Jacksonville yesterday. Jacksonville.
I had to take all that abuse down there.
I'm sure you did. All those Florida people down there giving you a hard time?
Yeah, pretty bad.
All right.
The ongoing line was 4th and dumb. Kirby dumb instead of Kirby smart. Yeah, I heard it all yesterday. Yeah. It was a rough day in Jacksonville.
It was a rough day in Jacksonville, huh? But you got thick skin, Bob. You can take it.
Should have stayed home.
Well, very exciting game down there, 6-0.
Took a good nap.
Yes, sir. Well, at least the Jags won, huh?
Yeah, they won.
Is that good or bad for the Jags? Do you want a higher draft pick or do you want to win? Yeah, you always want to win.
Thanks to defense. I mean, defense played lights out.
Definitely. No doubt about that.
Shut out Andrew Love. But Cody Kessler is not the answer quarterback. I mean, come on.
All right.
That's just awful.
Okay. Well, back to Hospice of South Georgia.
Maybe this will be a little bit more uplifting
Go ahead and take over.
than the football game.
All right, Bridget Beasley this morning in from Hospice of South Georgia. Talk about some of the activities that going on there. Bridget, go ahead.
Yeah, so first of all, I just wanted to start off with, we had an Easter food drive back in April, and it turned out wonderful. So we're going to do an annual Christmas community-wide food drive.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, everything's going to benefit Tabitha's Place. And I have boxes of all around town where people can donate canned good items.
Okay.
So obviously, like, we're hosting it, but every business in Wayne County Jesup has volunteered to help us out. So I'm hoping that this is going to be one of the biggest food drives that we've ever seen. Tabitha's Place is going to pick everything up. And that's any non-perishable items. It's actually starting today through the 21st.
Okay.
So you can either drop them off. Actually, on our Facebook page, I'll have a list of businesses that are willing to let you drop them off there. But you can drop them off at Hospice of South Georgia on Sunset Boulevard. Or if you just give us a call, I can go by and pick them up. Like I said, everything's benefiting Tabitha's Place. It's going on starting today, and we'll end it December 21st. And then Tabitha, she'll just distribute all the canned goods to the families in need over the holidays.
Good. So I can see here items needed, any non-perishable items, canned goods, of course. Sugar, flour, dry cereal, peanut butter, jelly, honey, pasta, cranberry sauce, cake mix icing, canned vegetables, fruit, soup, and canned fish and meats.
Yeah, I don't think that we realize how many people in our community are in need. So I think this is a really good thing over the holidays. And that way, families can have dinners for the holidays. And then, hopefully it's just extremely successful and they'll be able to have food for a long period after this. Like I said, all of the businesses have been so wonderful about participating in it. And we have a lot of boxes. I mean, if you go on our Facebook page at Hospice of South Georgia, you'll see the flyer. A lot of the businesses have a box with this flyer on it. It's wrapped in wrapping paper, and you can drop off the canned goods there, or like I said, you can drop them off at Hospice of South Georgia.
Okay, Hospice of South Georgia. Share your Christmas first annual community-wide Christmas food drive benefiting Tabitha's Place here in Jesup. Collecting today, December 3rd through December 31st. And once again, they can drop the items off at several locations around town, including also at Hospice.
Yeah, and if you go to our Facebook page, later on, I'll have a list of businesses that you could drop them off. And that way, you have, if you're in town and it's closer for you, you can just drop this stuff off there. But everyone, we've already got donations, and it hasn't even started yet. So we're super excited. Yeah.
Good. All right. And so that is going on right now. And then you've got another flyer here from Hospice of South Georgia that's talking about another activity, an event that y'all have going on.
Yes, it's the holidays. Y'all know that it's super busy.
Don't tell me.
Well, it's super busy. Actually, the DDA just did their Christmas tree lighting, which was wonderful. Molly O'Haron did a great job with that. But we're having a small Tree of Life Christmas lighting on December 13th. We actually have it every year, and people can come hang an ornament in remembrance of their loved ones. So that's, like I said, if you have a loved one that has passed away, we will have a big tree outside, and we'll do a Christmas lighting where you can hang an ornament in remembrance of your loved one. It's actually going to be held at Hospice of South Georgia in the Memorial Garden. And that is December 13th at 5:30 p.m. So if you could just, if you are planning on attending, just maybe give us a call and RSVP so we can know to how many, how much stuff we need. I'm hoping that it's going to be wonderful. It's a great thing to remember your loved ones. We actually have our Christmas tree in the office right now, and we have a volunteer, Mr. George Andrews. And he volunteers because his wife passed away, and the hospice where he lived was so wonderful. And he hung his ornament that he received from that hospice on our Christmas tree.
Okay.
So it is a great thing, and I hope that everyone that has lost a loved one can come out and hang an ornament.
Okay, so that'll be on December 13th at 5:30 p.m. at Hospice of South Georgia on Sunset Boulevard across from Bill Morris Park. And so you just bring an ornament.
No, we'll provide.
You'll provide the ornament
we'll provide
to hang on the tree in remembrance of someone, right?
Yep. We'll provide the ornament. So I think that that's a great thing. We'll provide that, and we'll have. I'm not quite sure what we'll have yet, but it might be some hot chocolate or something like that, because hopefully it's going to get a little bit colder for the holidays.
Yeah, hot chocolate and hot apple cider. You got
hot apple cider.
Yeah.
I know Jim Poindexter was talking about hot cider, so we'll see. He said he was going to make it, so we'll have to see how that turns out.
All right.
But the big thing, like I said, is I just really am excited about the canned food drive, and I hope everyone comes together and we can make this the biggest one the community has ever seen.
Okay.
So.
I was just looking at your earrings there. They're pretty. They look good. Okay, I'm not making fun of it. No, they look good. But you've got the gold and the red. Now, if you could open those up and right in the middle where you've got the kind of the white pink one there, if you could put a green in there, then it would be perfect for Christmas.
Would they? I guess they would. I was trying to remember which earrings I put on this morning. I'm like, which ones are they?
But they look. I just think that looks like Christmas. Oh, if you just take out that one little, ornament inside and make it green instead of
that would be.
It looks kind of pinkish or something like that. So, and you got the red and the gold around it. It'd be perfect for Christmas.
It would be perfect for Christmas.
Okay, so Bridget's in here from Hospice of South Georgia talking about a couple of events they have coming up there at Hospice of South Georgia, and what kind of time of the year is this? I know that, and I don't want to sound, negative or anything of the sort, but usually here at the radio station, the 4 weeks after Christmas, okay, starting when Christmas is over, and the 4 to 5 weeks after that, we usually have more obits that time of the year than any particular month of the year. I guess a lot of folks, try to do their best to get through the holiday season. And do y'all see the same thing? Do y'all work through that, or have you been working in hospice long enough to see a pattern there yet?
I haven't seen a pattern. I know that, well, I hate, to speak about that, but I know that it does, like you said, people are trying to get through the holidays, and people want to spend that, last holiday with their loved ones.
Right.
So they hang on, so...
Okay, and so this is a time of the year that is very important to remember those folks that have been treated by hospice, or even not necessarily even treated, but just to remember someone special, a loved one, a family member, and it'd be good to be able to go down there and get that ornament from y'all and hang it on the Tree of Life on December 13th at 5:30.
A lot of people think of hospice in a really negative connotation when they haven't ever experienced it. They haven't had a loved one who has had to use hospice or has been in their services. A lot of people also think that hospice means you have 7 days of life left. We have patients that have been under our care for over a year. It's not necessarily it's the
right then.
Yeah, it's not right then. So with that said, it's not like a bad negative connotation, but usually when people have a loved one that has been under hospice, their outlook on it changes so much because the nurses are so wonderful to, their family members, and it just helps them so much. So, when people say, oh, hospice, and they think of it immediately as something horrible, but you have to look at it as just like a nurse and a doctor is delivering a child into this world. At some point in everybody's life, they're going to pass away. So, and it's great to have a wonderful team, around you, helping you, supporting you. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean everybody thinks that, oh, you have 7 days, and then you're going to pass away. We've had patients that have actually had to withdraw from our hospice services because they have gotten better, so it's not necessarily just, right. It's the end all, right then.
Okay. And during the course of this season, we would encourage folks to check into hospice and their services. How do people do that for hospice? A lot of folks, are maybe unfamiliar with hospice and the services that y'all provide and how to come about. I know that it has to come through a physician's recommendation. But how does that process work for a person who says, oh, hospice, exactly what is that and how does that work?
Well, you can find out a lot of information. We actually have a website, hospiceofsouthgeorgia.org. There's a lot of information on that. We're a not-for-profit hospice. We've been in Wayne County for 20 years now. We actually had our 20th year anniversary celebration not too long ago. So you can go to our website. You can give us a call. You can look. We have a it's crazy to say Facebook for hospice, but social media is such a big thing, and it's an easy way to get, what hospice does and, our nurses and everything like that. It's just a great thing for the community to see everything that's going on within Hospice of South Georgia. So we have, at our office on Sunset Boulevard, we have so much information on hospice. You could come in and we have flyers, papers, books. I mean, basically anything you could possibly imagine to get the information that you would need.
Okay. So once again, summarize the two events that y'all have going on right now with Hospice of South Georgia.
Yes. So we have the canned food drive, which is starting today and is ending December 21st, benefiting Tabitha's Place. It's a community-wide canned food drive. So like I said, a lot of business owners that I've spoke to are so willing to help out now, and a lot of people are already participating. So if you look at our Facebook page, later on I'll have a list of other locations that you can drop off.
Website too?
Yeah, we'll have it on the website.
Hospice of
South Georgia.
That's spelled out?
Org. Hospice, Hospic.
No, G-A.
Oh,
is it G-A or Georgia?
G-A.
G-A. Hospice of G-A.
SOGA.org.
Okay.
So, yeah, but you can, if you, it's kind of funny, but if you Google it, it'll come right up. So
Okay.
It's a little bit
Some
different.
people spell out the Georgia and some just the
Yeah,
GA.
yeah. So if you Google it, you'll find it. But we're having that, and it's benefiting Tabitha's Place. And then another thing that's really special to us is our annual Tree of Life, which is the tree lighting ceremony where you hang an ornament for your loved one.
Okay. All going on at Hospice of South Georgia. Hospice of South Georgia on Sunset Boulevard, right across from Bill Morris Park. Well, Bridget, is this going to be the last time we see you before Christmas? Anything else going on that you're going to come back in and talk about? Or you going to give us an update on any of this or what?
Nope, I'll come back in and talk about it. We'll do, like I said, I really want these, to the community food drive to be really successful.
Okay.
So I'll come back and speak
Come
about
back
that.
and talk about it. Love to have you here.
All right, thank you.
Bob, you want to say anything to Bridget, questions or anything?
Are you going to donate a lot of canned food items? It might make you feel better since
if you
you're
donate, Bob, and give, it'll make you feel better.
It'll make you feel better and get over that slump you're in from the Georgia game this weekend.
Poor old Bob. I mean, tell you. Have you run across any other Georgia fans that are down in the dumps as you are?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think that a lot of people are upset.
Oh, of course they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when you're in a situation there where you would have, should have, could have won a game, and you don't. That's the worst loss, when you make dumb mistakes and you could have won the game. Mm-hmm. That is the worst.
It's just the whole weekend. Like I said, it started Friday when Bainbridge is going to the Dome, when Wayne County should be going to the Dome. Then ended with Pittsburgh losing the last second field goal. So the whole weekend's just been a downer.
And then we had to reschedule the Christmas parade.
That was a smart move, though.
That was a smart move. Didn't look that way for a while during the day. Rained a little bit early in the morning, rained around noon. But they said it was going to rain around 7 or 8 o'clock. And boy, right after 7 o'clock, the skies opened up.
Which hopefully next Saturday it'll be beautiful.
Jonathan doesn't want to give them bad news already. There's already rain in the forecast for Saturday as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Somebody wants to know how much the ornaments are.
They're free.
They're free. Mm-hmm. They're free. Well, you can't beat that, can you? Yeah, you can't beat that. All right. I was trying to see what the weather forecast was for Saturday, but can't get to it fast
Yeah,
enough.
well, hopefully it's not raining because, so much effort goes into the Christmas parade.
A lot.
Yeah, I'm on the
A lot.
Christmas parade committee with Dina and the chamber and everybody, and it is a lot of work that goes into it. So, and it like broke everyone's heart to have to reschedule, but obviously you can't have a Christmas parade when it's, pouring down rain. So,
And we do want to say that it does not interfere with Scriven in any type of way. Scriven's having their Christmas in the park on December 14th, which is not this Friday, but the next Friday, the last day of school, where they'll have a snow blowing and caroling and all kinds of stuff going on in Scriven on December 14th that evening there in downtown Scriven. So it doesn't interfere with them in any type of way.
Yeah.
All right, Bridget. We'll see you in a few days from now, and we'll talk and give updates on the food drive here for Tabitha's Place, and another update on the Tree of Life. Okay?
Yep, that sounds good. Thank
Bob,
you.
we're not even going to try to talk. You're just too depressed. Besides,
He's too sad. I don't.
It's 8:30 anyway. All right, the world famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by the Wolf Animal Hospital located on West Cherry Street here in Jesup. Also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, by Murphy Builder Supply located on Northwest Broad Street in Jesup, and also brought to you by the Women's Health Center in downtown Jesup.
World famous Butch and Bob Show.